Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Jordan Farmer, and this is the Modern Moderate News YouTube channel. And this is the first episode in a series I'm going to do here called Rethinking Politics. Um, Basically, the point of this is I'm going to try and attempt to present an objective and moderate perspective on a variety of political issues. Um, really, this started from a view that I've held for a very long time, since I was 17, really. That was 7 years ago. Um, that I think most people agree on most issues. People don't necessarily like for you to think that because of the party system. Everyone has their own established teams, and when you go into the political realm as an adult, you pretty much get put into some camp automatically, and or you start investigating and you understand a compelling narrative from one of the political parties, and then you adopt the team mindset, and that gives you your allies and that gives you your opponents. Um, and that just starts the political game off as a game, as a competition, and gives you the false idea that you have political opponents. But the truth is that we're all on the same team. We all have to live by the same laws, and I think most of us want the same basic society. We want a society that is prosperous, that is peaceful, where people can live their lives without fear of major legal consequence for, mundane actions. Um, we're, pro immigration, but, think it should be limited. You know, there, uh, there are lots of different issues in which I think most people agree, but because of the Republican versus Democrat rivalry, they're given the false impression that it's this huge controversial issue. um, so probably the best way to start this conversation, and I want it to be a conversation. I want feedback. Um, After this video, please give me all of your thoughts on this and on any of the future videos at modernmoderatenews@gmail.com. I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Um, probably the best place to start is with the 2016 election, actually. If you're a Democrat, you were pretty much given the narrative that Trump won because of a bunch of racists and sexists that voted for him, and that they completely, or at least the narrative is very, very common, that people approve of Trump's personally toxic behavior. Um, I don't think that's true. Most of the people that I have talked to that did vote for Trump voted for him in spite of his personal shortcomings, and actually voted really against Clinton because they thought she was the worst choice. And coincidentally, most of the people that voted for Clinton that I talked to thought that, well, we're really voting against Trump. They didn't think she was an ideal candidate, but they felt like Trump was worse. And in effect, we had a lesser of two evils election in 2016. And a good way to know why that was the case, I got some good statistics to sort of back that up. We had very, very low voter turnout. Only about 52% of voters that could have voted for either of the two main candidates. You had about 63 million vote for Trump and about 66 million vote for Clinton. Clinton had a lot of things going for her, and yet she didn't get the same votes that Barack Obama got back in 2008. And what's funny about that is the population's grown a little bit since then, so you would think she would have gotten close to the same numbers, but she got about 3 million less votes, which is surprising. So again, consider that 66 million for Clinton, 63 for Trump. What's interesting is that over 100 million people did not vote at all. So it's possible, if a new perspective emerges, if a new sort of political platform emerges, a lot of the people that have been disenfranchised by the party system and by the viciousness of it and by the vitriol that people have nowadays for their political opponents, they might be able to get pulled back in. We have a genuine chance at something new, and something different. But first, the one thing about people that don't vote or didn't vote. First off, you have hundreds of thousands of people watching the voting system every single time it happens. And you've had investigations since the 2016 election trying to see if there was any tinkering with the system. So voting works. If you think voting doesn't work after Donald Trump got elected president, I don't think that you're basing that view off of any evidence. Beyond that, not only does it work, but it only takes a few hours of your life every 4 years, really, if you're just going to do the major, presidential elections. A few hours out of your life every 4 years to affect the laws and the decisions that affect 330 million people. I think it's worth your time. And I think it's worth taking another look. Now, I have a lot of sympathy for people that are disenfranchised with politics generally, because it is a vicious game and you want distance from it. I totally get it. But I think hopefully with this channel I can put forth a more neutral, moderate narrative, and really try and present you with facts. And hopefully this is a place where people can come to learn about politics without being attacked. That's my main goal, really, is to try and sort through these issues and try and present the best arguments there, without attacking anybody, because I think it is much more compelling and much more meaningful to stand for something than to just stand against something. If we keep having a lesser of two evils election over and over, we're going to get worse and worse candidates, and the country is going to get more and more divided and polarized. So, yeah. So if something along the lines of what I'm proposing attracts you, please subscribe and like the video, share it, and let me know what your thoughts are on various political issues, and also on this video itself. Thank you very much, and have an awesome day.